Welcome to Commissioner of Collegiate Education, Government of Telangana. This is Veeraya Sheelam, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany. I am working at Government Degree College for Women, Nalgonda, Telangana State. One small quotation: no water, no life. If there is no water, there is no life. Therefore, save every drop of water. Save every drop of water. This quotation was given by Thomas Fuller. So, a beautiful quotation: no water, no life. So, water linked with life. Again, it is linked with trees. Without trees, there is no water. Without water, there is no life. Therefore, we need save every drop of water. In that moment, the man surviving on earth planet up to more years, unless soon the entire life and life forms are go to extinct. Course details: BSc first year, first semester, botany. Paper name: microbial diversity and lower plants. Today topic we will go to discuss about bacteria nutrition. So bacteria is a unicellular microorganism, hence it can collect some food material, that is called nutrition. So the bacteria prepare food material, either its own preparing own food material or dependent on others. The process of preparation of food material or collection of food material, the bacteria has divided into two types based on the energy and carbon dioxide. So two things, you remember it. Based on the energy and carbon dioxide source, bacteria can be recognized as two types: autotrophic bacteria, heterotrophic bacteria. Autotrophic means it prepare its own food material. So selfly it preparing. So food material prepare itself, which bacteria are called autotrophic bacteria. Heterotrophic bacteria, food materials are not prepare itself, it is dependent on others. Therefore they are called heterotrophic. Heterotrophs. Let us discuss first one, autotrophic bacteria. Strictly it prepare own food material. Based on the preparation of food material, based on the reaction of the preparation of food material, again it is divided into two types. One is photosynthetic bacteria, chemosynthetic bacteria. So the first category of bacteria prepare food material by photosynthesis. The second type of bacteria prepare own food material by chemical reactions. Anyhow, together both are called autotrophs. Auto means self. Tropes means prepare food material. So self prepare food material through photosynthesis or chemical reactions. First one, photosynthetic bacteria. So they are called phototrophs. Photo means light. From the sunlight, these bacteria preparing its own food material. Therefore, that bacteria contain photosynthetic pigments. They possess photosynthetic pigments, as well as use solar light as energy source. So the energy collecting from solar light, trapped sunlight. They contain some photosynthetic pigments, trapped solar light, as well as it is dependent on carbon dioxide. So carbon source from atmospheric carbon. So the main carbon source from atmospheric carbon, main energy source from solar light, the cell contain photosynthetic pigments. So all raw materials are there. These raw materials collect from various ways. then prepare own food material in their cell. In bacterial photosynthesis, other than water, so here water molecule cannot participate. Water molecule cannot participate in this photosynthesis. So here other than water molecule act as hydrogen donor. So other molecules, for example H2S, it is other than water molecule, it is not water molecule. Except water molecule, other molecules are act as hydrogen donor. For example H2S, it is acting as hydrogen donor. Here water molecule is not involving, therefore oxygen is not evolved. Therefore these conditions are anaerobic condition. So photosynthetic bacteria, the photosynthetic bacteria are anaerobes. Which bacteria are come under this? Those all are anaerobes. Why? Because here water molecule cannot participate. Water molecule cannot act as hydrogen donor. Therefore, no oxygen release. So these photosynthetic bacteria again divided into three types. Green sulfur bacteria. So the bacteria is green colored but sulfur containing bacteria. Second one is purple colored but sulfur containing bacteria. So color is different but both bacteria store sulfur in their cells. So green sulfur and purple sulfur bacteria. Third one is purple color. Again color is purple but this bacteria is non-sulfur bacteria. In their cell there is no sulfur storage. First one, green colored sulfur containing bacteria. These bacteria are anaerobes, just I told you. So anaerobes, because oxygen evolving is not done. There is no water molecule participation, therefore there is no oxygen evolved. So they are called anaerobes. The photosynthetic pigment is chlorobium chlorophyll. Bacterial chlorophyll A, bacterial chlorophyll B, C, D, E. Totally how many type of pigments are there here? 6 types. Bacterial chlorophyll A, B, C, D, E. These are 5. Chlorobium chlorophyll is another one. Totally 6 pigments are present in green sulfur bacteria. Then prepare own food material. Rather than water molecule, which molecule act as hydrogen donor? H2S. At the same time, it is act as electron donor also. One more thing, in green sulfur bacteria, there is no RUBP. RUBP is completely absent. RUBP means ribulose 1,5 biphosphate. So it is especially visible at C3 cycle. But the RUBP is present in purple color bacteria. But green sulfur bacteria, there is no C3 cycle. There is no fixation of carbon dioxide via C3 cycle. So here there is no RUBP, therefore C3 cycle cannot involved. Simply the equation is 6CO2 plus 12H2S to form glucose molecule plus water and sulfur. Instead of oxygen, here sulfur is evolved. Now that bacteria is called green sulfur bacteria. Green colored because 6 type of chlorophyll pigments are there. They perform photosynthesis and form starch, water and sulfur. Instead of oxygen, it produces sulfur. Therefore, that is called green sulfur containing bacteria. Example, chlorobium, chlorochromatium. It is important. Example is important. Chlorobiaceae, chlorobium and chlorochromatium. Chloroflexaceae, Heliobacteriaceae. These 3 families are best example for green sulfur bacteria. Purple sulfur bacteria, the bacteria contain sulfur. The sulfur molecule, the sulfur store in their cells, but the bacteria color is purple. Anyhow, purple sulfur bacteria is also photosynthetic bacteria. The cell contain bacterial chlorophyll A. So that fix carbon dioxide via C3 cycle because it has RUBP. So ribulose 1,5 biphosphate. Therefore, via C3 cycle, carbon dioxide fix and C6H12O6 can prepared by the help of bacterial chlorophyll A. Utilize reduced sulfur compounds as energy source. For example, carbon dioxide, H2S and water. Three are there. At the presence of light and bacterial chlorophyll A to form, so here 2 by 6th of glucose. 2 by 6 means 1 by 3. 1 by 3 of glucose plus H2SO4. Again, in this bacteria, sulfur is there. Therefore, sulfur containing bacteria. Sulfur is evolved from this reaction. Therefore, sulfur containing bacteria. Here 2 is there, CH2O. Of the 2 means it is indicate 1 by 3rd glucose. Example, chromatium, thiospirillum, thiocystis, thiocapsa. These all are belongs to chromatiaceae. So they are also preparing own food material via C3 cycle. And third one, purple non-sulfur bacteria. So these bacteria are not release sulfur, but bacteria color is purple. It can prepare own food material. So mobile bacteria, this is mobile nature because it has a more flagella. So do not produce gas vacuoles. Usually bacteria are producing gas vacuoles and never accumulate sulfur within the cell. So it has a B chlorophyll A. B means bacterial chlorophyll A. Like previous, which are purple sulfur bacteria. Purple sulfur and purple non-sulfur both are contain bacterial chlorophyll A. Therefore, photosynthesis is happen. Bacteria growth is inhibited by H2S. Hence, they do not use sulfur compound. Instead, they depend on organic acids and alcohols. For example, propionic acid plus carbon dioxide. Here, organic acid act as substrate, CO2, and form glucose, acetic acid like acids, and water molecule. For example, rhodospirillacea. Example, rhodospirillum. Rhodospirillum is important example. It is non-sulfur purple photosynthetic bacteria. Remember, rhodospirillum is the photosynthetic bacteria, but color is purple. It is non-sulfur bacteria. Next one, chemosynthetic bacteria. Chemo means chemical reactions, especially oxidation reactions. Remember the chemical reactions name, oxidation reactions. These bacteria preparing own food material, but from certain oxidation reactions. These are non-photosynthetic but autotrophs, but prepare own food material. In this plant, in this bacterial cell, there is no photosynthesis reactions are done. They derive energy from oxidation reactions of inorganic compounds for synthesis of their food. So you remember always oxidation reactions of inorganic compounds. They assimilate their carbon from atmospheric carbon dioxide. So these bacteria obtained energy from oxidation reactions. You remember energy. So these bacteria get energy from oxidation reactions. Carbon from atmospheric carbon dioxide. So you by heart this definition if possible. So energy getting from oxidation reactions, especially inorganic compounds, and getting carbon from atmospheric carbon dioxide via, then they assimilate their carbon from atmosphere carbon dioxide by fixation of C3 cycle. Again C3 cycle is takes place, means RUBP is involving. On the basis of substrate facility, they can be classified into four types: sulfur containing bacteria, iron containing bacteria, hydrogen bacteria, nitrifying bacteria. So here sulfur bacteria means the bacteria not contain sulfur. So this bacteria get energy from sulfur compounds. This bacteria get energy from iron compounds. This bacteria get energy from hydrogen compounds. This bacteria get energy from nitrogen compounds. These all are inorganic substances. Finally, these bacteria are getting energy from inorganic substances. But all reactions are oxidation reactions. But carbon from atmospheric carbon dioxide. Let us first one, sulfur bacteria. They derive energy by oxidation of reduced sulfur compounds. Just I told you. So the energy getting from sulfur compounds simply by oxidation reactions. The filamentous sulfur bacterium, best example Beggiota. It is very important, many times asked in various entrances. Beggiota is sulfur bacteria. This bacteria derive energy from sulfur compounds through various oxidation reactions. So Beggiota oxidizes H2S to elemental sulfur. H2S, here there is no water molecule participation of oxygen and release sulfur element as well as water, little amount of energy. So here the energy preparing from sulfur compounds. In this reaction, oxygen is required. Therefore, addition of oxygen, this reaction is called oxidation. So one is oxidation, another one is sulfur inorganic compounds. These two lines you remember. One important line is Beggiota is sulfur bacteria. It is filamentous bacteria. Next, another example, Thiobacillus thiooxidans. It is a gram-negative bacteria as well as sulfur bacteria. One more example for sulfur bacteria along with that Beggiota, Thiobacillus thiooxidans. So the species has oxidants. Utilizes free sulfur and produce sulfuric acid. It is specially adapted to grow at low pH. So sulfur plus water plus 1.5 oxygen molecule to form H2SO4 plus energy. Here energy getting from direct sulfur atom. In this reaction, oxygen also involved. Therefore, it is called oxidation. Finally, energy is prepared. Next one, iron bacteria. These bacteria are getting energy from the iron products, iron compounds. Therefore, such bacteria are called iron bacteria. They oxidize ferrous to ferric form. Ferrous means Fe2 plus is ferrous. It is converted into ferric, F3 plus. So it lose one more electron. In that moment, ferrous convert into ferric form. Example, Thiobacillus ferrooxidans. Ferrobacillus. These are example for iron bacteria. The energy released in this process is utilized in the synthesis of organic compounds. 4 ferrous plus 4 protons plus oxygen molecule, and to form 4 molecule of ferric, then 2 water molecule. One more is there. So ferrous bicarbonates plus oxygen plus water to form again ferrous hydroxides and 4 carbon dioxide plus energy. It is the final energy. It is the energy. So here the energy coming from iron bicarbonates. Therefore, such bacteria are called iron bacteria. In this reaction, oxygen is involving. Therefore, oxidation. So, here iron bicarbonates are inorganic. Therefore, such bacteria are called iron bacteria. Third one, hydrogen bacteria. Which bacteria obtain energy from the hydrogen related compounds? They are called hydrogen bacteria. Many chemoautotropic bacteria have the ability to grow with molecular hydrogen. So many chemoautotropic bacteria, many chemoautotropes are able to grow on molecular hydrogen. They oxidize molecular hydrogen, and in this process water and energy are obtained. Simply 2 hydrogen atoms plus 1 oxygen to form 2 water molecules. Pseudomonas saccharophila, hydrogenomonas. So hydrogenomonas, the name already there, hydrogen bacteria put as hydrogenomonas. Pseudomonas saccharophila. Simply this bacteria get energy from the hydrogen. So latest investigations have been running on this reaction. So hydrogen give more energy than methane and other etc. So hydrogen is the powerful atom, powerful molecule. It gives more energy. Therefore, many investigations have been running on the hydrogen as energy source. Nitrifying bacteria. It is the gram-negative bacteria. It is a soil-borne, gram-negative and obligate autotrophs. Obligate means without oxygen they can survive. Where oxygen is absent, in that area these bacteria are survive. So without oxygen they can survive. They are gram-negative and soil-borne, all nitrifying bacteria. They oxidize ammonia to nitrate. This is called nitrification and play an important role in nitrogen cycle. Yes, this process occurs in 2 steps. So nitrification means ammonia NH4 plus gives rise NO2. Another reaction NO2 gives rise NO3. Now the ammonia convert into nitrates is called nitrification. These are oxidation reactions. How many reactions are done here? 2 reactions in 2 steps. First step is conversion of ammonium into nitrates. Second step is nitrites, not nitrates, nitrites. Now nitrites convert into nitrates. These are 2 steps. 2 are oxidation reactions. Oxidation means addition of oxygen. Addition of oxygen in both reactions. They are called oxidation reactions. In first reaction, one bacteria is involved, that is Nitrosomonas bacteria. In second reaction, Nitrobacter is involved. Together, the 2 reactions together is called nitrification. So first step, 2 NH3 plus 3 oxygen So it is called oxidation reaction at the presence of nitrosomonas bacteria and to form NO2, HNO2, nitrides plus water molecule, little amount of energy, 78 kilocalorie is released. Again, NH2HNO2 nitrides plus one oxygen. Again, one more oxidation reaction is going on. At the presence of nitrobacter, another bacteria is involving second step. Now it is form NO3. NO2 convert into NO3. NO2 convert into NO3. NO2 means nitrides. NO3 means nitrates at the presence of nitrobacter. You remember, this is important. In second reaction also little amount of energy is evolved, 21.6 kilocalorie. So nitrites convert into nitrates in the presence of nitrobacter. Here second step and first step, both steps complete with the oxygen. Therefore oxidation reactions, entire two reactions together is called nitrification. Nitrification means conversion of ammonia to nitrate by the oxidation reactions. So second one is autotrophic bacteria, another one is a heterotrophic bacteria. Strictly these bacteria dependent on others. They never prepare own food material. So these bacteria cannot utilize atmospheric carbon dioxide, but carbon obtained from organic compounds. Instead of atmospheric carbon dioxide, these are dependent on organic compounds. They will get carbon from organic compounds. So carbon is obtaining from organic compounds. Dependent upon source of energy, these are two types. So these both are obtained carbon from the organic compounds, but energy source is different. Based on the availability of energy source, these heterotrophic bacteria again divided into two types: photoheterotrophs, chemoheterotrophs. Photoheterotrophs are called photoorganotrophs. Chemoheterotrophs are called chemoorganotrophs. Photoheterotrophs means these are preparing food material, energy obtained from the sunlight, carbon from the organic compounds. In this, energy from the chemical reactions, carbon from the organic compounds, means both are obtained from the organisms or various life forms. First one, photoheterotrophs. Photoheterotrophs. Another name, photoorganotrophs. Hetero means other, dependent on others. Bacteria obtain energy from sunlight. Yes, it is photo. Half of the are semi-autonomous. They are semi-autonomous. How can you say? Energy obtaining from the sunlight. It is raw material. It is available unlimited in the atmosphere. But carbon is derived from organic compounds. Example, chlorobium, chloroflexus, heliobacter. So these are called semitropes. So half of getting energy from solar energy, half of from organic compounds. Example, chlorobium. Chemoheterotrophs. These bacteria derive both carbon and energy from organic compounds. Here no solar energy requirement. There is no atmospheric carbon dioxide. Solar energy and atmospheric carbon dioxide both are not needed. These both are getting from organic compounds. These are three types: parasites, saprophytes, symbionts. Parasites. So these are bacteria, but they cause diseases in the host in the plants or animals or human. So parasites are create diseases. They cause diseases in the host plant, host animal, host human. Example, cabbage rot, wilt of tomato, citrus cankers, fire blight of beans. These are some example bacterial diseases in various crop plants. In human beings, typhoid. So typhoid caused by one bacteria. Typhoid, TB, tuberculosis, pneumonia, cholera, Vibrio cholerae, plague, Pasteurella pestis, meningitis. So viral meningitis also there, bacterial meningitis also there. These are some examples. These bacteria are completely dependent on organic compounds. They get energy and carbon both from organic compounds. These organic compounds are available from host. Next, saprophytes. Bacteria obtained their food from decaying organic matter. Some saprophytic bacteria cause decomposition of dead plants and animals. Several bacteria are useful in fermentation, tanning of leather, retting of fibers. Retting of fibers. Symbiotic bacteria. Symbiotic bacteria. The power bank here. Some bacteria live in close association with other organisms with mutual benefit is called symbiosis. For example, rhizobium versus groundnut, root nodules. So legumes, for example, legumes. Example, Arachis hypogea, groundnut. Second example, human small intestine versus E. coli. Escherichia coli. This Escherichia coli bacteria living at a small intestine as symbiosis, as symbiont. Here symbiosis means reciprocal benefit. Reciprocal benefit in between two organisms is called symbiosis. For example, rhizobium bacteria, groundnut, root nodules. Human versus Escherichia coli, Fusobacterium, Lactobacillus, and Clostridium. These are some examples for symbiotic relationship. Both get benefit. Bacteria respiration. Bacteria also one of the life form. It can able to respire. It is unicellular, but it can respire through the mesosome. In the mesosome structure, it has more respiratory enzymes. They perform respiration and finally it produces more ATP. That ATPs are supplied to the flagella. The flagella act as locomotion. It can help in locomotion of bacteria. The main function of oxygen is act as terminal electron acceptor in aerobic respiration. Yes, the oxygen is involving in terminal oxidation. The oxygen being reduced to water. It is two types, aerobic bacteria, anaerobic bacteria. Aerobic bacteria, the meaning is there already. Aerobic means they need oxygen. Without oxygen, this bacteria cannot survive. Therefore, these are called aerobic. Example, Azotobacter and Bacillus. So, substrate, glucose molecule, oxygen, water molecule, and to form carbon dioxide, water, 686 kilocalorie. It is aerobic respiration reaction. Anaerobic bacteria, they grow in absence of oxygen. Example, chlorobium and clostridium. These are two types. So remember, it is important, obligate anaerobes. They can grow only in the absence of oxygen. So these bacteria are grow at absence of oxygen. If you can provide oxygen, it can toxic to the bacteria. If provide oxygen to that bacteria, the bacteria go to die. Without oxygen, which bacteria survive? They are called obligate anaerobes. Example, Clostridium. Clostridium bacteria, Clostridium tetani. It is a soil-borne bacteria. It is living at the soil surface. It is anaerobic, obligate anaerobic bacteria. Facultative anaerobes. They can grow either in the presence of oxygen or absence of oxygen. So facultative anaerobes, if oxygen is not available, they can survive. If oxygen is available, they can survive. Both conditions, such bacteria are survive. They are called facultative anaerobes. Example, Enterococcus lactobacillus. So these bacteria are generally called as aerotolerant. Aerotolerant means they can survive even presence of oxygen. Actually, these are anaerobes. But even the less oxygen is there, they can survive, they can tolerate the presence of oxygen. So both are actually anaerobic bacteria. Both are living at without oxygen places. But sometimes some bacteria are even tolerate oxygen. Therefore, they are called facultative anaerobes. Obligate anaerobes are not tolerated oxygen. So, not tolerated oxygen. Only facultative bacteria are tolerate to the oxygen. Therefore, they are called aerotolerant. Facultative anaerobic bacteria are called aerotolerant. Let us discuss one or two evaluation questions. Now, one is, name those bacteria which obtain energy from chemical compounds. So, obtain energy from chemical compounds. A. Chemotropes, phototropes, organotropes, heterotropes. Answer is chemotropes. An organism that can synthesize all its required organic compounds from CO2 using energy from sun. So required organic compounds from carbon dioxide means atmospheric carbon. So carbon obtaining from atmospheric carbon dioxide, energy from sunlight. So A. Photoautotropes, photoheterotropes, chemoautotropes, chemoheterotropes. First one, photoautotropes, almost it is equal to green plants. So photoautotropic bacteria obtaining carbon from the atmospheric carbon dioxide, energy from solar energy. Right answer is photoautotropes. Nitrites means NO2 are oxidized, please, oxygen, to nitrates NO3 by a microorganism. Which microorganism involved in this reaction? This is the second reaction of nitrification. A. Nitrosococcus, B. Nitrosomonas, C. Nitrobacter, D. Azotobacter. The right answer is Nitrobacter. So in second reaction of nitrification, the two reactions are oxidation reactions. In second reaction, Nitrobacter is involving. So the right answer is Nitrobacter. This bacteria help in conversion of nitrites to nitrates by the oxidation. And another question, obligate anaerobes are obligate anaerobes. Anaerobes means without oxygen they can survive. Without oxygen. Now A, cannot grow in presence of oxygen. can grow in presence of oxygen, can grow both presence or absence of oxygen. D. Nota, none of the above. Nota means none of the above. So obligate anaerobes means without oxygen, cannot grow in the presence of oxygen. So without oxygen, in that moment only such bacteria are grow. Means the right answer is first one, cannot grow in the presence of oxygen, which are called obligate anaerobes. And the last one, Beggiota is A. Sulfur bacteria, iron bacteria, hydrogen bacteria, and nitrifying bacteria. So Beggiota is filamentous bacteria and sulfur bacteria. So which are sulfur bacteria are there? Among all sulfur bacteria, usually Beggiota consider biggest sulfur bacteria. The right answer is sulfur bacteria. Another example also there, Thiobacillus thiooxidans. You remember one more example? Maybe that was also asked in various sentences. Thiobacillus thiooxidans. Also one more example for sulfur bacteria. Thank you who are watching this video.